Welcome back, everybody. We're just logging in for the day. Just a quick peek of what we have going on. Still collecting Neo coins to finish the utility needs in Frosty. The Mass Transit HQ has been under construction for a long time. It must be a government job. Normally I don't cash those in, but I haven't needed a couple of those in a while, and I knew I had started a couple more, so I'll still have 8 of those in inventory, so I took the opportunity there. And I'll make a couple extra just so I have them. I don't have a whole lot of regional currency, but I don't actually need any upgrades from Sunny in the capital. I do, however, have a hotspot in Frosty that utilizes Sunny's regional coin. In Capital City, I finished my Epic earlier this morning. I logged on just to cash that in. As you see, we're at 16,950 right now, getting closer. I still think I have 6 or 7 left. 7 more to go because I can get up to 597. The last one gave me 6,000, so even at that average, 6 times 742 won't be enough to put me over 17 million. So I'm probably going to need to do one more hotspot upgrade. Hopefully that will be enough. I mean, I would absolutely love it if they would offer another star sphere before this whole space adventure is over. However, I am not going to hold my breath, though I have seen cities that have 10 to 12 of them in their population. Almost 18 million, so there's definitely the opportunity to boost. As you see, my space is 1.1, and I think transportation is the highest at 1.5, so I could add another 400,000 through space. I know those cities, well, I've only seen one over 18 million and one that's real close to 18 million. Both of them have all of their hotspots at level 10, and for the most part, mine are all level 8. So it's not going to give me a huge boost, but it certainly will get me a lot closer if I ever want to try to get to 18 million, though I'm not really going to push to do the exports. To get those, I'll just naturally let those happen after I get to 17, as the gap between 16 and 17 million took forever. I can only imagine the gap between 17 and 18 is going to take twice as long. I did actually go ahead yesterday and I cut off all of the utilities to this quadrant over here and have all of them really focused on these 2 quadrants. I think I don't understand the fire. Every time I fix fire, as you see, it just comes back. Now there's 5 of them that don't have coverage. Actually, all of these in these 2 quadrants should have coverage for fire. It's just a never-ending battle that it doesn't really seem like the developers are in too big of a hurry to fix. Let me see what I got for coin. 23, and I think I needed 25 to upgrade. Yes, so that will give me about 700 boost to put me at 83, so I still need to do the 25,000 upgrade and the 30,000 upgrade to give me all of the waste management, and then at that point I will reconnect the entire city if I were to reconnect the city now, I will probably get a lot of, in addition to people abandoning the buildings, I'll have to rebuild the buildings, and I don't want to actually have to use materials to do that. So for now, that is where we're at. I'm pretty certain this export is also over. Yep, another day and a half for that one. So there's no exports that I can do. There's no epics I can do. The only thing I can really do then is just manufacture items. I can't do any housing upgrades in Frosty. I guess I could do housing upgrades in one of my other regions. I just haven't really decided which region I want to focus on next. As you see, I'm at 7.7 of the 10 that I need. I am anticipating getting close to 9 million when Frosty is complete. That means I need to do another million somewhere else. I'm guessing I'll probably try to finish off the residential units down here, but before I do that, I obviously will have to upgrade all of these utilities so that I can support the city prior to jumping back into that. So yes, Service 2.0 has been an amazing pain in the butt for anybody trying to do anything with their city. Oh, well, it looks like I over-clicked and now I'm making cheese. I'm sure somebody at EA, Track 20, has to be reading everybody's feedback on how much they absolutely hate Services 2.0 with everybody that's probably quit the game because of it, but who knows, maybe they're okay with it. Today is the last day to earn points for my weekly track. I don't think I clicked the wrong train. I don't think I'm anywhere near being able to finish what I need to do, which doesn't really bother me a whole heck of a lot because I don't really think there's anything that I'm really trying to collect, just because all the space items were so big. Just nothing that I can feasibly use. Rocket assembly facility. Yeah, it's great. It's a 50% boost, but it's probably a 4x2, which is something that I won't ever be able to place in a city. I'll probably never use it in a design challenge. So it's really just a waste. I really wish they would do something for us in our Mayor Pass items to either alphabetize them, allow us to store them in a certain way, because anytime that I actually go in looking for something, it takes me forever because there's no rhyme or reason to the order that all of the items are in. I'm sure you've noticed it before too, but you can only make so many suggestions to the developers that get ignored. But yeah, we still enjoy playing, right? After I do this, I'm going to go see if I can add a couple more train cards to finish up the next upgrade. I'm not certain what the freebie is today. Look at that. $5.20 is a great price for bread, especially when it takes cream and flour to make bread, but yet the price for bread is cheaper than cream. So we'll get a couple of those. And then for some reason, the lemonade bottle is $18.80. Ridiculous. The Northern Rail, we'll take a couple of those, and nope. Definitely not going to pay Simcash for any of them. And the Line, I can do the upgrade, but I'm working on finishing the Flying Sim, so I might be able to do a couple upgrades quickly. Let me see how many. I only got 12,000, but I'm continuing to collect those so that I can quickly do an upgrade after I get all of the cards that I need for the current train that I'm working on. So let's take a look at the inventory again. I like to keep close to 8 of everything. 15 nails. I like to have about 15 planks. Looks like I need a lot of cement, huh? I like to keep about 15 of each of these. Nope. For the most part, my inventory levels are pretty decent. I don't really ever make suits. I always tend to buy suits just because of the almost 3-hour wait to get a suit. Other than the wrought iron here, I don't really make anything here. I'll tend to buy all of these items as well. Dessert shop, I will make the tiramisu, I will make the churros. Everything else, pavlovas, I'll typically make some of those, but looks like I'm a little short on melons, so we will do those. And I'm going to need to make more melons, so I overproduced those. I'll make rackets. I'll make sports drinks. Everything here I'll typically make. I never make any of these items. Never make anything over here. And everything here looks pretty good. Kites, I knew I was out of kites. I hate making kites. I hate making bears. So the second pass through, I know I didn't use any of those. Looks like I'm going to have to make metal before I can do anything. Everything I do here just typically has a purpose for making production or building somewhere in the city. I haven't actually just sat back and tried to develop or make a cute looking city. Pretty much any time before, I just designed this section here in this region, which originally started as, I had everything from Tokyo in one region, I had everything from Paris in one region, I had everything from London in one region, or, just quadrant of this. I did Omega up here. And then I needed to move all of my specialty items, my industrial items, somewhere out of the capital city, and I just kind of put everything, in addition to my trains, right here in this section of Green Valley. So still going to develop this down here, though I'm not sure if it's going to work out with this current design that I have, only because I did this before Service 2.0 had started, and I am certain that I won't be able to accommodate all of the needs now because of it. So might have to just delete everything here, and maybe I'll do that in the next building or the next video. Put a lot of this stuff into storage and just start over, because I just can't accommodate it anymore. Originally, when I could get close to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 buildings with just one small health clinic, it sounded like a pretty good deal. But now, that's just nothing. I need 630 coverage, and the max I can get is 200, so I need 3 small clinics in order to accommodate that, and that's just not something that I could really do. So, oh well, we will see what else we can do in this bottom portion here in the next video. But for now, guys, I'm just going to continue production of commercial and industrial items until I can do my next epic or do the next exports in the 2 regions that I'm collecting items in. Appreciate you guys tuning in today. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like these videos, and until next time, happy gaming.